Hello dear friends, I am Professor Dr. D.G. Trivedi. I am teaching in St. Xavier's College since 33 years from 87 onwards, and I am teaching mainly digital electronics and electrodynamics. This is my introduction. Dear friends, in F5BSc I am going to teach you the paper 2501 and unit number 4, I think so, that is related with the digital electronics. The book which we are going to utilize as a textbook here is Digital Electronics by G.K. Kharate. This is the book written from G.K. Kharate, Oxford University in press. This book is available approximately around 500 rupees. Dear friends, you can purchase this book. This book is very nice book. There is another important book for the reference book or textbook. You can say that it is a digital principles and applications. That is by Malvino and Leach. Very famous book is there. You can buy edition 7 of Malvino and Leach also. You can study from that book also. These are the books which are written just like notebook. So it is easy to read and easy to understand these things. So dear friends, we are starting with the chapter number 3 of this book, Digital Electronics G.K. Kharate. Chapter number 3 is related with the Boolean algebra and logic gates. What is the Boolean algebra and logic gates? Boolean algebra was developed by George Boole in 1854. This is a branch of the mathematics which was added by Mr. George Boole in 1854. This is developed from the logic actually, and hence it is also known as a logic algebra, you can say that. But this Boolean algebra has no use till 1937. So almost 80 to 85 years, this Boolean algebra has no practical use, or people were not understand how to use the Boolean algebra. In 1937, there was an engineer, Mr. Shannon. He was a telephone engineer and he utilized this Boolean algebra for a switching circuit in the telephone. And after that, the people realized that this is a huge use in a switching circuit and so many things can be developed. So from the 1937 onwards, this Boolean algebra is widely used. So we are starting with this outline of this chapter. The chapter outline is this: Boolean algebra and basic theorems. So we'll understand what is the Boolean algebra and basic theorems. Second important thing is overview of the logic circuits. Third thing, the representation of the logic functions on a Carnot map. It is written in a short K map. It is actually the Carnot map. Simplification of the sum of products from form and product of sums form using the Carnot map, and miniaturization of the Boolean equation using Quinn-McCloskey method. But this method, it is not there in your syllabus. We are not going to utilize here. So we start with the understanding of this one. Digital system support only binary data. You know that all digital system nowadays, you know that everything is digitized, and digital India is the dream of our Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And everywhere, when you want to digitize, the digital system understand only binary data because it is a two value problems. So it is understanding 1 and 0. High logic, high level of the voltage represents to the logic 1, binary 1, and low level of the voltage represents the binary 0 or logic 0. In a positive logic and in negative logic, it is just reverse. That is, high level corresponds to the logic 0 and low level is corresponds to the logic 1. In most of the cases, The digital system is defined by the Boolean expression or truth table or state tables. That means digital system, if you want to represent, then it can be represented either of the three ways. Either you can represent through the Boolean expressions. So from the Boolean expression, you can understand the logic circuits, or it can be understood through the truth table. That is nothing but the input output possibilities, or state transition diagrams. That means from one state to the next state, how it can make a transition, that you can understand from the state transition diagram. To implement a Boolean expression with the basic gates, a large number of gates and a large number of inputs of a gate are needed. So to implement a Boolean expression, which is representation of the logic circuits. So you want to implement that circuits, then you require a basic logic gates, and you all know which are the basic logic gates. AND gate, OR gate and NOT gate are known as the basic logic gates, which you understand and you have studied in a 12th standard. So to implement that circuitry using this logic basic gates, you require a large number of gates is required, and each gate may require more inputs are required, or large number of the inputs are required, and circuit is going to be very complicated. So using this Boolean algebra, you can simplify this complicated Boolean equation to a simple Boolean equation, and you can obtain the same result. That means to obtain the same requirements, you can have a simplified Boolean equation, which can be obtained using the Boolean laws and theorems, and it can be simplified. That's why we are going to study the Boolean algebra over here. To implement a Boolean expression with the basic gates, a large number of gates and large number of input of the gates are needed. The requirements and input of the gate can be reduced or simplified by simplifying the Boolean expression. For simplification, the following three methods are going to be utilized. So to simplify the Boolean expression, there are three methods are there. The first method is the Boolean algebra method. That means using the Boolean algebra, you can simplify complicated Boolean equation into the simplified Boolean equation. Second method is a Carnot map method, through which also the complicated Boolean expression can be simplified. And the third method is a Quine-McCloskey method. Using that also you can simplify a complicated Boolean expression to the simple equation, and from that simple circuit which will fulfill the same our requirement can be done. Now 3.2. What is the Boolean algebra? In the modern mathematics, a set theory and logic, George Boole introduced a new concept in 1854, which is known as the Boolean algebra. So the algebra which was developed by Mr. George Boole in 1854 is known as a Boolean algebra. Claude A. Shannon applied this theory to switching circuit in 1938, which has changed the entire science of the electronics. Boolean algebra define different type of the logical operations. So using the Boolean algebra, different type of the logic operations like AND operations, OR operation and NOT operation can be defined. These logical operations are realized by the electronic circuitry. Such electronic circuit are known as a gate. This is the definition of the gate. Remember, the gate has one or more input and one output. So gate is an electronic circuit which has one or more inputs but one output only. Both the inputs and output are in digital forms. That means either they can be represented by the logic 1 or logic 0. In Boolean algebra, every variable is called a Boolean variables. It takes only one of these different value which are associated with the two events. Which can be associated with either of these two events. That means the logic 1 is represented by true. That two events means here the logical operations are always related with the two value problems. That is, either the switch is open or the switch may be closed. That means only there are two possibilities. Either the statement is going to be true or it can be false. You can give yes or no. That means these are called two value problems. True, yes or on, that represents the logic 1. False, no and off, that represents with the logic 0. Principle of the logic circuits. Boolean algebra defines different logical operations. These operations can be realized by the electronic circuits, which are known as the logic circuits. The logic circuit has one or more inputs and one output. Both the inputs and outputs are in a digital forms. That is either a logic 1 or a logic 0. Switching circuit is one of the best example of the logic circuit. This switching circuit consists of the voltage sources. That means you can apply a higher voltage with the logical 1 and lower voltage with the logical 0. Almost 0 volt is corresponds to the 0 logic and plus 5 volt or plus 10 volt is related with the logic 1. So the switching circuit consists of the voltage source, switches and a lamp. The lamp and switches represents the Boolean variables on and off state of the lamp are referred to the logic 1 and logic 0. That means when the bulb is going to be on, it is considered to be logic 1, and when the bulb is going to be off, it is corresponds with the logic 0. Whereas closed and open state of the switch are designed as logic 1 and logic 0 respectively. Figure 3.1 shows the switching circuit. Switches A and B are connected in parallel and the lamp in series with the source. The switches A and B represents the input variables and lamp is the output variables. So this is a Boolean variables A and B, and that is corresponds with the switches A and B. And output is related with the lamp, and lamp is going to be on or off. The lamp will be on logic 1 when the switch A and B is going to be closed, or any one of the switch is going to be closed. Otherwise, lamp will be off logic 0. The operation of the circuit is summarized in table 3.1. So you can see this circuitry. This is the voltage source. When switch A and switch B is going to be open, that means it is disconnected in the circuit. So no current is passing and lamp remains off. That means switch A is open, switch B is going to be open, position of the lamp, condition of the lamp is going to be off. It remains off. And open of the switch corresponds with the logic 0. So here A is going to be 0, B is going to be 0, and off state of the lamp is also going to be 0. If one of the switch is going to be on, then the current will pass through that path and the lamp is going to be on. When switch is going to be closed, that corresponds to logic 1, and when the bulb is going to be on, that corresponds to the 1. So you can consider here the switch A is going to be open, but the switch B is going to be closed. So the current will pass through the lower path and the bulb is going to be on, and that is mean nothing but A is going to be 0, B is going to be 1, but the Y is going to be high. If switch A is going to be closed, switch B is going to be open, then also the closed path is there, current will flow the bulb and the bulb will be on. That means A is equal to 1, B is going to be 0 and the bulb is going to be on, so it is going to be 1. If switch A and B both are going to be closed, current can pass through both the path and bulb will be on. That means A is 1, B is 1 and still output Y, that is going to be the position of the lamp, that is also going to be high. This way the logic circuitry can be implemented using the voltage source, switches and bulb. Second thing is 3.22 Boolean constant, variables and functions. Boolean algebra differs in a major way from ordinary algebra. Variables are represented in Boolean algebra by letters such as ABC, XYZ. Boolean variables are often used to represent the voltage level present on the wire or at the input-output terminals of the circuit. Boolean values of the variables is either logical 0 or logical 1. This logic 0 and 1 are known as a Boolean constant. Boolean algebra is relatively easy to work with compared to the ordinary algebra because of the two different values. In Boolean algebra, there are no fractions, no decimals, negative numbers, square root, cube root, etc. In fact, in Boolean algebra, there are only three basic functions, that is, OR functions, AND functions, and NOT functions. So, Boolean variables are represented by capital A, B, and C. We know normally that is the input of logic gates. Or output you can represent X, Y, Z. So, output is a function of input variables. And logic 0 and logic 1 related with the high level and low level or related with the 0 and 1 logic levels are called a Boolean constants. And the functions, Boolean functions are AND operations, OR operations, and NOT operations are there. These basic functions are called the logic functions. The circuit which performs these logic operations are known as gate. So, the circuit, electronic circuit which performs this AND operation, OR operation and NOT operations, that logical circuit, that electronic circuit is known as a gates. The gates can be constructed from diodes, transistor and resistor connected in such a way that circuit output is the result of the basic logic operation performed on the inputs. That let us describe the analysis this basic logic operations. So, this electronic circuit will implement our requirement of logic operations, AND operation and OR operation and NOT operations. So, first we start with the OR operations. That is like a same circuit, voltage source. There are two switch A and B and there is a lamp which will work as an output. So, switching circuit shown in a figure 3.2 has two switches A and B which are connected in parallel and lamp in series with the source. Lamp is either on or off depending on the state of the switch A and switch B. So, there are four possibility of condition of the switch is going to be possible. So, there are four possible state of the switch. One, both the switch A and B are going to be open. A is going to be closed and B is going to be open. A is going to be open, B is going to be closed, and both the switch A and B is going to be closed. So there are four different states of this switches are going to be possible. For each combination, what is the condition of the lamp, that we can see that. If either of the switch is going to be closed or both the switch is going to be closed, then the lamp is going to be on. And that is the condition for the OR operations. When we think logically, keeping basic ideas of electronic circuit in mind, one can conclude that out of the four possible combinations, the lamp will be on for the case 2, 3 and 4 and it will be off for the case 1 when both the switches are going to be open. In other words, lamp is on if either the switch A or switch B is going to be closed or both the switches are going to be closed. Significance of this logic statement lies in the word either or, which simply represents the OR operations with the symbol prime or plus. The Boolean expression for the switching circuit is Y, which is nothing but the output, is a function of A or B. That indicates either A is going to be close or B is going to be close or both are going to be close, then output is going to be high, which can be represented in a Boolean expression A prime B or A or B. The operation of the switching circuit shown in a figure 3.2 is summarized in table 3.2 A and B. That is what we have already seen. Switch A is open, switch B is open, the lamp is going to be off. Either of the switch is going to be closed, the lamp is going to be on. Open corresponds with the 0 logic, close of the switch corresponds with the 1 logic, on of the bulb will corresponds with the 1 logic, and off will be corresponds with the 0 logic. So from the operation of the circuit, we can prepare this kind of truth table, which is nothing but output corresponding to different combination of the inputs. How many combination of the inputs are going to be possible? There are two variables, A and B, and each variable can have either of the two state, that is logic 0 or logic 1, and hence it is considered to be 2 raised to 2, and hence there are 4 different combinations of A and B is going to be possible: 0 0, 0 1, 1 0, and 1 1. And corresponding to this combinations, what will be the output will be there, that you can represent here. This is known as the truth table. Now the next one is the AND operation. In a switching circuit shown in figure 3.2, the switches were arranged in parallel, whereas in a switching circuits of figure 3.3, they are arranged in the series. So for the OR operations, we can consider the switches were connected in parallel. But for the AND operation, switches are connected in series like this in a figure 3.3. Switch A and switch B are connected in series. So when the current will pass in the circuit, you are a physics electronics student, you must know. When both the switches are going to be closed, A and B, both the switches are closed, then and then only current will flow through the lamp and the lamp is going to be on. If either of the switches is going to be open or both the switches is going to be open, the current will not flow and lamp is going to be off. This can be represented in operation of the circuit. If switch A is open, switch B is open, the lamp will be off. Either of the switch is going to be open. Either the switch A is going to be open or switch B is going to be open, then also current will not flow and the lamp remains off. Only in one condition, lamp is going to be on, that is switch A is going to be closed, switch B is going to be closed, circuit will be complete and the current will flow through the lamp and there is a lamp is going to be on. So that is the last conditions. Corresponding to this, position of the switch is open corresponds to logic 0. Position of the switch is going to be closed, that corresponds to the logic 1. Bulb is on, that is logic 1, and bulb is off, that is logic 0. So from the operation of the circuit, we can prepare a truth table in 3.3b for the AND gate. Now for the NOT operations. The switching circuit shown in a figure 3.4 has one switch and a lamp. Whenever the switch is open, the lamp is going to be on. Because when the switch is going to be open, the current will not flow in this direction, but the current will pass through the lamp and hence the lamp is going to be on. So when the switch is going to be open, the lamp is going to be on. Switch open corresponds to the logic level 0 and lamp is going to be on, that corresponds to the logic 1. So input A is going to be 0, output Y is going to be 1. When the switch is going to be closed here, the current takes least resistance path. So current will flow in this direction only. That means it will bypass the lamp. Current will not flow through the lamp, lamp remains off. So when the switch is going to be closed, lamp remains off, closed related with the logic 1. So the switch corresponds to the logic 1 and bulb, that is lamp, is going to be corresponds to the logic 0. So output Y is not equal to the input. It is complement of the inputs because there is only other possibility is the complement because these are the two values problems. So it is written that y is equal to not a or y is equal to a bar. It is represented, or it can be written as y is equal to a dash. When the switch is going to be closed, the lamp is off. Because the current is always passed through the low resistance path, this operation is known as a NOT operation. As per the standard notation, output y is not equal to the input a. This means that y is equal to the complement of a. This is the expression as y is equal to a bar. The operation of the circuit shown in figure 3.4 is summarized in table 3.4a and 3.4b. So this we have studied. Now we are going to study the Boolean laws and theorems. 3.23 is the basic laws of Boolean laws and Boolean algebra. So these are the laws of Boolean algebra related with the single variable. And this Boolean laws, first four Boolean laws are related with the OR operation, and the next four laws are related with the AND operations. What is this? The first law, a plus 0 is equal to variable a. A OR with the 0 is equal to that variable itself. A plus 1 is equal to is equal to 1. That means if any one of the input of the OR gate is going to be high, the output will be high. A plus a is equal to a. A variable OR with that variable itself result that variable itself. A plus a bar is equal to 1. That means variable OR with its complement result 1. These are the four laws related with the OR operations of the Boolean algebra. Similarly, there are four operations related with the AND operations of the Boolean algebra. A dot 0 is equal to 0. A dot 1 is equal to A. A dot A is equal to A and A dot A bar is equal to 0. In Boolean algebra, the value of the variable is either logic 1 or logic 0. So Boolean algebra deals with the two values problems only, either logic 0 or logical variable is constant is going to be 1. Proof of this basic laws is given here. Take a plus 0 is equal to what? You can choose the value of a in two different values. A can be 0 or a can be 1. So 0 plus 0, that is going to be 0, and 1 plus 0, that is going to be 1. That means the first law is going to be proved. Because 0 plus 0 is going to be 0. That means we have considered here a is equal to 0. So 0 plus a plus 0, that is equal to variable itself. And 1 plus 0, that is equal to 1. Variable a is equal to 1. So 1 corresponds to the variable a. That means this law is going to be proved. Similarly, a plus 1 is equal to what? A is insignificant here because one of the input is going to be high, output is always high irrespective of a. A can be 0 or 1, output remains to be high. Third things, a variable OR with itself results that variable itself. A is equal to 0, that means 0 plus 0, that is equal to 0, that is the same variable. A is equal to 1, then 1 plus 1, that is equal to 1, that is also the variable itself. So this is the third law for OR operations. A plus A, that is equal to A. Fourth operations, A OR with its complement, that is equal to 1. A is equal to 0, that means its complement is going to be 1. So 0 plus 1, that is equal to 1, and if A is equal to 1, its complement is going to be 0. So 1 plus 0, that is also going to be equal to 1. So variable OR with its complement results always 1. That is the fourth law related with the OR operations. Similar law with the AND operation, A dot 0 that is equal to 0. So here A is irrespective or insignificant because one of the input of the AND gate is AND operation is going to be 0, the output will be 0 irrespective of A is going to be 0 or 1. Fifth law, sixth law, A dot 1 is equal to that variable itself. So A is equal to 0, then output is going to be 0. A is equal to 1, now output is going to be 1. Hence, A dot 1 is equal to A. Now, seventh law, A dot A is equal to that variable itself. So A is equal to 0, then 0 dot 0 that is equal to 0. A is equal to 1, then 1 dot 1 that is equal to 1. Hence, A dot A is equal to A. Next law, a variable and with its complement results always 0 because A is equal to 0, its complement is going to be 1. So 0 dot 1 is equal to 0 and A is equal to 1, its complement is going to be 0. That means 1 dot 0 that is equal to 0 and hence A dot A bar that is equal to 0. Now, some Boolean law. Boolean algebra can be used to analyze the logic circuits and express its operation mathematically. It plays an important role in digital system and design. Now we'll deal with the Boolean theorems, which is deal with the more than one variables, more variables, multivariables, we can say that. Boolean theorems help us minimize the Boolean equations. So this basic Boolean laws and theorems are the fundamentals by which a complicated Boolean expression can be simplified into simple Boolean expression, which will lead to the simple logic circuits. Boolean theorems help us minimize the Boolean equations. The basic Boolean theorems are listed below. They are also known as the single variable Boolean theorems. Whatever we have studied for the OR operation and AND operation, they are given here. The laws 1, A plus 0 is equal to A. Laws 2, A or 1 that is equal to 1. Laws 3, a variable OR with itself is equal to variable itself. And fourth law, A OR with its complement result 1. Similarly, these are for AND operation. A dot 0 is equal to 0. A dot 1 is equal to 1. A dot 1 is equal to A. A dot A is equal to that variable itself. And A and with its complement results always 0. Boolean multivariables theorems involves more than one variables. Boolean algebra supports the basic law of ordinary algebra such as commutative law, the associative law and distributive law. You have studied in mathematics in a linear algebra also and in a simple normal algebra starting in a primary school. That is 2 plus 3 is equal to 3 plus 2. That means you change the order of variables, the summation is not going to be changed. Similar way here, that law is known as the commutative law. So commutative law, associative law and distributive law are primary laws for any type of the algebra and that can be applied over the Boolean algebra also. The first one is a commutative law. Commutative law state that the order of variables in OR and AND operation are not important. It can be interchanged. The result is going to be the same. That is related with the AND operation and OR operations. Law number 9, that is A or B, that is equal to B or A. That means order of A and B is going to be interchanged. The result will be the same. Law 10, A dot B that is equal to B dot A. This relate with the AND operations. So A dot B is equal to, if you interchange the variables A and B in their order of a logic gates AND gate, the answer is going to be the same. Output will be remain same. That is known as a commutative law. Associative law. You know what is the meaning of this associative law? In mathematics, our brain is normally adding only two numbers. So if you want to add three numbers, what our brain or what we do normally, we add any two numbers, and whatever result is there, in that result we add the remaining number. That means we are making the association of any two numbers and we'll get the result, and in that one we add the third number. So we can make the association of any two number. If there are three numbers are there, 3 plus 4 plus 5, you can make the first you can add 3 and 4, and whatever result is there you can add the remaining number. Or you can make the association of 4 plus 5 and then you can add the remaining number. Or you can make the association of 3 and 5 and you can add the remaining number. That is known as the associative law. So that associative law can be applied to the and or operation in the Boolean algebra also, for a Boolean variable also. That is, the law number 11 and 12 are related for the associative law. A plus, inside the bracket you have made the association of B and C. So the variable B or C, whatever the output is there, you are going to combine with the variable A, and that is equal to, you can make a association of A and B and you can add with the variable C. So you can make a association of any two variable and the result can be applied or it can be combined with the remaining variable. Similarly, law 12 is related with AND operations. A dot B dot C, that is equal to A dot B, and that is the association of A and B, and which is going to be combined with the remaining variable C. Then the remaining law is the distributive law. So any variable can be distributive with the remaining variable of combination of B and C. That you can see that. Distributive law state that multiplying term by term in just the same way as ordinary algebra can be expanded as expression. That is law number 13. A dot B plus C, that is equal to A dot B plus A dot C. This is a distributive over B and C. A is distributive over the variable B and C here. That's why it is known as a distributive law. In general, there are four variables, A plus B dot C plus D. That means A is going to be distributive over C and D, and B is going to be distributive over C and D. That means AC plus AD plus BC plus BD. That is going to be the result. Both the side, left hand side and right hand side, is going to be the same. Law 15, AB plus AC. If it is given like this, you can write in a vice versa. A is going to be common. So A dot B plus C, this way also distributive law you can utilize to simplify complicated Boolean expression to the simple Boolean expression. Now we'll take some example related with this. That means some Boolean expressions will be there. Using Boolean laws and theorem, we can simplify this complicated Boolean expressions. So there are certain example is given here. The first example is A. Prove the following Boolean expressions. A plus BC on the left hand side is equivalent to A plus B dot A plus C. This we want to prove. This can be proved either using the Boolean algebra or you can utilize the truth table. So this first one we are solving with the truth table. The same thing you can solve with all other equations using the truth table also. But this is the method I am giving you using the truth table, which is a lengthier one. There are three variables ABC. So here you can see that we have prepared the table for the variables ABC, and combination of the variables ABC will be 8 combinations will be there, because A can be 0 or 1, B can be 0 or 1, C can be 0 or 1. That means 2 raised to 3, that means 8 combination is going to be possible, 0 0 0 to maximum 1 1 1. Now first you are going to obtain BC, That means the AND operation of B and C, 0.0 that is going to be 0, 0.1 is going to be 0, 1.0 is going to be 0, 1.1 is going to be 1, 0.0 is going to be 0, 0.1 is going to be 0, 1.0 is going to be 0, 1.1 is going to be 1. So this way the column of BC we have obtained for this thing, this side. Now we want this A plus B as well as A plus C column. So A plus B means A or B, ending of addition of this one. So 0 plus 0 that is going to be 0. 0 plus 0 that is going to be 0. 0 plus 1 that is going to be 1. 0 plus 1 that is going to be 1. 1 plus 0 that is going to be 1. 1 plus 0 that is going to be 1. 1 plus 1 that is going to be 1. 1 plus 1 that is going to be 1. Remember, in Boolean algebra, 1 plus 1 is 1 only. In a linear algebra, 1 plus 1 is going to be 2. But here it is going to be 1 only. Remember. Similar way, we can get the column A plus C. So 0 plus 0 is equal to 0. 0 plus 1, that is going to be 1. So any one of the variable is going to be high, then output is going to be high in a OR operations. So that way we can obtain A plus C. Now we can combine A and another variable is BC. So A plus BC. So 0 plus 0 is going to be 0. 0 plus 0 is going to be 0. 0 plus 0 is going to be 0. 0 plus 1 is going to be 1. Then 1 plus 0 that is going to be 1. 1 plus 0 is going to be 1. 1 plus 0 is going to be 1. And 1 plus 1 that is going to be 1. So that way on the left hand side A plus BC we obtain this column. Now we can take the AND operation of these two columns A plus B and A plus C. So one of the variable is this, another variable is this. So 0.0 is going to be 0, 0.1 is going to be 0, 1.0 is going to be 0, 1.1 is only 1, 1.1 is going to be 1, and that way this column. Now you compare the left hand side and right hand side column A plus BC. This column is equivalent to this column. That means A plus BC is equal to A plus B dot A plus C, and hence it is to be proved. Now example number 2. A plus AB is equal to A. Left hand side A plus AB. Out of this, A is going to be common from this one. Inside the bracket 1 plus B will be there. Any variable or with 1 equals to 1 itself. That means this you can say 1 plus B is equal to 1. You can say that. So A dot 1 that is equal to A. That is the right hand side. So this way you can simplify this Boolean expression to this. A into A plus B is equal to A. This you can expand using the distributive law. A dot A plus AB. So A dot A is equal to A because variable and with that variable equal to that variable itself. That is equal to A dot A is equal to A plus AB. Again A will be common, 1 plus B, and 1 plus B is equal to 1. So A into 1 that is equal to 1. Again it is going to be right hand side. So it is proved A into A plus B is equal to A. D. A plus A bar B that is equal to A plus B. Now here in a D case we are starting from the right hand side and will prove that this right hand side is equal to left hand side. So let us start with this. A plus B. A plus B is going to be multiplied with 1. It makes no difference because that is equal to that variable itself. And for 1 we can substitute A plus A bar is equal to 1. So for 1 we can substitute A plus A bar, and then we can utilize the distributive law A dot A plus A dot A bar plus A dot B plus A bar dot B. That is this. And A dot A bar is equal to 0. A dot A is equal to A. AB is equal to AB, and this A bar B is written over here. A plus AB, we can take A is going to be common, remains 1 plus B, and 1 plus B is going to be 1. So here this expression reduced to A. So A plus A bar B, and that's nothing but the left hand side. We can say that equation is going to be proved. Similarly, E, A into A bar plus B, that is equal to AB. On a left hand side, we can distribute A dot A bar B is equal to A dot A bar plus AB. A dot A bar is equal to 0 plus AB. That means it is proved. AB plus AB bar is equal to A. Here A is going to be common. So AB plus AB bar, that is equal to A into B plus B bar, and B plus B bar is equal to 1. That means A dot 1, that is equal to A, and right hand side is going to be proved. G, A plus B into A plus B bar, that is equal to A. We start with the left hand side, A plus B into A plus B bar, and utilizing the distributive law, A dot A into A dot B bar into AB into B dot B bar. You know that A dot A bar is equal to A plus AB bar plus AB, and B dot B bar is equal to 0. Here A is going to be common for first two these things. So A into 1 plus B bar plus AB. 1 plus B bar is equal to 1. So 1 into A, that is equal to A plus AB. Again A is going to be common, 1 plus B bar, 1 plus B, and 1 plus B is going to be 1. So that is equal to A. Hence it is proved, this one. H, AB plus A bar C is equal to A plus C into A bar plus B. So right hand side, A plus C into A bar plus B, that is equal to, again utilizing the distributive law, A bar plus A bar C plus AB plus BC, and A dot A bar is equal to 0. So A bar C plus AB plus BC. Now BC we are going to multiply it with the 1, and 1 is equal to, inside the bracket we can write A plus A bar. So A bar C plus AB plus BC into 1, and what corresponds to A plus A bar, and we can utilize the distributive law, ABC plus A bar BC here. Now A bar C is going to be common from first and fourth term. Remains 1 plus B. Here 1 will be common, and here B will be common. Here AB will be common, and 1 plus C will be there. Any variable or with 1 equals that variable. That means A bar C into 1. So A bar C and AB, 1 plus C is going to be 1, and that is multiplied with this one. So AB only. So left hand side. Now AB plus A bar C plus BC is equal to AB plus A bar C. Left hand side, AB plus A bar C plus BC. Here AB plus A bar C plus BC, which is going to be multiplied with 1, result is not going to be affected, and for 1 we can substitute A plus A bar like previous way. So this is equal to AB plus A bar C, ABC plus A bar BC. Again the same way, AB is going to be common from the first and third terms. So 1 plus C, and second and fourth terms, A bar C is going to be common, 1 plus B will be there. 1 plus C is going to be 1, 1 plus B is going to be 1. So that is going to be multiplied with its variable AB plus A bar C, that is going to be right hand side. Next example is 3.2, simplified the following Boolean expression. Here output variable y is a function of the input variables A, B, C, D. So that is given as a Boolean expression A B bar D plus A B bar D bar. So we can utilize Boolean laws and theorems to simplify this. Y is equal to A bar D plus A B bar D. Here A B bar is going to be common, inside the bracket D plus D bar, and variable or with its complement result 1. So this is equal to AB bar dot 1, and that is equal to AB bar. Example 3.3, Simplify the following Boolean expressions. Y is a function of ABC, three variables. That is given as ABC plus AB bar plus ABC bar. That is solutions of this equation is here. ABC plus A bar B plus ABC bar. Here AB is going to be common from here and here. Remains first and third terms. C plus C bar. Second term as it is plus AB bar, A bar B. So this bracket variable or with its complement result 1. So AB dot 1 plus A bar B. That means AB plus A bar B. B will be common. A plus A bar, that is going to be again 1 multiplied by B, that is going to be B. So Y equals B. That is the simplification. Next example 2. Y is a function of ABCD, that is equal to ACD plus A bar BCD. CD is going to be common, so A plus A bar B. We have seen that A plus A bar B, that is equal to AB. So for this one, we can substitute A plus B, that means CD into A plus B, that is equal to ACD plus BCD will be the simplification. Next example 3.4. Simplify the following Boolean expressions. Y is function of ABC, that is equal to AC bar plus ABC bar. Here AC bar is going to be common from both the terms. Remains 1 plus B. That is equal to 1 plus B is equal to 1. So that is equal to AC bar. Next example, Y is a function of ABCD, that is equal to A bar B bar C D bar or A bar B bar C bar D bar. So A bar B bar D bar is going to be common. Inside the bracket C plus C bar, and C plus C bar is going to be 1. So multiply by this, that is equal to A bar B bar and D bar. That is the simplification. Dear friends, thank you very much. This all example etc. Please do it by yourself. And before coming to the college for a lecture offline, please go through this lecture which I have placed for the online for all the students. Thank you very much, friends.